Boombot was about to take him down into a 2 versus 2. Low HP on both players from Gambit. The right clicks. That was a wallbang headshot. Chronicle only barely survives, and oh, Sheydos doing the best he can, but he won't get away with it in the end. KRÜ open up a third map with a pistol win.
Yeah, that seems to be the first pistol is theirs every single time.
The site now they're kind of trapped in a little bit, and Gambit use those numbers and the weapons, the armor that they've got to take these fights. Opening it up well onto Klaus. The stinger not quite landing, but there's plenty more players here. Mazino does well to find the first, but Gambit answer back quickly and swiftly put the advantage into their favor. Keznit is still on the site though. That spike, not yet planted, puts Gambit in an awkward spot. They have no idea that he is here. The pressure by delzik in towards the elbow might be a little bit dangerous. He doesn't know there's a player on the right, but he still checks it and sprays right away. Huge from delzik, leaving Chronicle still inside of Hookah all alone. He at least has the information now, but they have the numbers.
Oh, the blast back actually pushes him off a little bit, and then Keznit is there to close out the round. Again, another... Yeah, for sure. And again, we're getting down to that late round spot. This time it is looking like a B hit, but look at the rotation already coming. Keznit looking to try and bolster up this defense. They have utility to try and pull them back, but what is that from NagZ? He just completely eliminates Klaus. Mazino in the corner will eventually be cleared. Still though, there's a multitude of players on this site.
Oh, he was ready for the peek up top. Does well to at least eliminate Sheydos. NagZ in with one before he falls. It's all left on to delzik. He's fighting inside the snake bite. Receiving double damage from every shot, but nothing landed. Gambit will spread out. Chronicle on his way to play post plans. 2 shock darts still available. He's now on long. Last spotted inside of Hookah. delzik is really not in a good spot. No information to play off, and as he taps this, there's the peek, the tag, the double tag, but delzik's still alive. The round is under threat. I don't think he's going to be able to get this one. Not with 2 players still alive, not with the angles they have. He does his damn best. He's being conscious of every flank potential, but ultimately with no information on Redgar, he just couldn't do anything. Feels bad.
Hookah hasn't really been challenged for. I think it could be lack of a raise, but instead they now use this to try and take control in. It's an aggressive push, and Defo actually has to dash back through the teleporter. Now again, we see this extra utility being placed. Still a couple of players here, and they could take that risk because of the res. And now delzik, he wants to try and hold on to this control. If he can get rid of Redgar, it becomes tough.
Well, the orbital strike ready in delzik's hand. We said 30 seconds left as they move in towards the site. They've got to take him down. There's the orbital strike. delzik just about manages to get it down. Delays a little more time. Showstopper comes out as well. Gambit are scared to go for the plant. They're scared to go near the site. Keznit eventually firing in. He'll find nothing. It lands just outside the door, leaving Defo alive on this off angle, but the spike still hasn't been planted, and they are running low on time. NagZ doing his best to buy them the space, but eventually he has to just stick it, and with his teammate down, they just need to rush him. Perfectly handled by KRÜ. It is 5-2. And if that gets KRÜ 6, that's more than worthwhile. Chronicle, he was ready for it, but the timing was a little bit off. NagZ peaking at the perfect moment to take him down. And with that, a rifle lost. Gambit have to try and recover this, but they don't seem to have ideas. Again, it's just this slow wait for them to make a mistake.
I almost wanted them, like, if you're going to do that, have a teammate.
Sure.
Do it together. Have someone who can watch the angle for you. Instead, giving that 1v1 over to someone like NagZ, you know he wants to take those fights. You know he wants those individual battles. Klaus, he's going to spot everything out of the side of Gambit. They are looking to try and pressure into this position, but there's counter utility there.
Great snake bite. There's no way you can push through that. The invisible gun coming out. delzik able to take NagZ, and with no more util left, it's all about those raw angles, but the time is against them. There's more than enough players of KRÜ to just keep those trades going. Defo needs to go nuclear, and he will get nothing done. 6-1 for KRÜ.
Is being controlled by KRÜ that maybe they shouldn't have.
Yeah, I like a lot of what Gambit are doing, but ultimately, they're not delivering when it comes to a lot of these duels. Oh no, delzik actually got caught by that Seeker. Now he can't see, but as his vision returns, Sheydos rounds the corner. The trade quick. With that Viper's Pit down, this gets a lot easier. Redgar's being caught, a spam through the box to eliminate him, but NagZ wants to take the fight behind enemy lines. The problem is they can't plant the spike with him here, but it doesn't matter if they take the whole team down. Running in towards the TP. NagZ soon to follow. Picks up his orb and he's away. Okay, there's the information for Keznit and Tom. If he gets 1 kill, Showstopper's online.
Yeah, he's been incredibly clutch already. You can see utility just there to try and deny him, and I was wondering if he'd just try and take the push right through, but there's a second one. The snake bite's at least delaying for the moment. Chronicle
32.
Actually looks like he wants to try and go for the peak. Timing's going to be absolutely everything here, and as you said, the kill could bring him up. And he has that. I think that was a Barla stat that came in early in the tournament. I don't know how much it has carried through. That's a big Hunter's Fury, but okay. keznit gets 2 kills with 2 different pieces of his utility. Already down to just a couple of players remaining. Ultimate's not going to play a part at all at this stage for Gambit. They're just trying to fall away. But keznit comes back for more. 3 kills already. They're even going to get the res. And Redgar needs the best clutch of the tournament.
I had to give a round of applause for that one because that was incredible. The slow into the nade on mid. The second nade that was
forced them out. They're already going to look to try and claim the orb. And now Redgar, he has to just escape. There is no value in trying to fight this one back. A cool little piece of utility and moving everybody out of position. It's going to have to be the full-on retake. I believe they've also put a wall down just to close things out. It's going to make things incredibly difficult because you don't really have anything to break that with.
Yeah, it's tough in a round like this. But at least you can knife it up. Oh, Sheydos is down. Snakebite nade. And they walk away with the kill. The knife given away that there's a player up close. In fact, there's 2 as Gambit look to get back into the site, but KRÜ are already ahead. The dash out buys them a little bit of space, but they get no kills on the back of it. KRÜ are shutting them down. Back-to-back pistols. And
later, already though, we're seeing ultimates pop in. DauZig, even while stuck in the suck, is going to get a kill onto Redgar. Trades coming back thick and fast from Chronicle though. 2 off the back of the Guardians, not bad at all.
No, we're into even numbers now. That operator in the hands of Defo looking for a victim as they just lock this spike down. KRÜ have to fight back into it. They have got Mazino. His flashes will come online later, and a showstopper for keznit still with a blast pack. That has to be something that Gambit are quite cautious of. It's almost a guaranteed kill if he decides to pop it and manages to find someone, which
I'm out of stuff.
Looks of it he would. They're going to start moving on the back of the flash. Showstopper goes through, blast pack as well. Nobody seen just yet. And he'll be shot in the side! Chronicle going huge in this round. He's found 4 and really saved Gambit's behind. He won't find any more than that, but the 1v2 is looking unlikely. Mazino walks right into the op to close it out. 10 on the clock, and that flash is going to reveal them. They know there's players down on long. Gambit are going to be expecting this to be a B hit now. Getting a little bit worried for them. There's the Hunter's Fury. The orbital strike return. Sheydos gets out. Just.
The thing is, though, it has bought time. They were expecting to make their burst onto the site. Instead, it's a flash straight through. NagZ has managed to find a couple, but the trades are in thick and fast. This is the best opportunity for KRÜ so far, and they instantly put down the Viper's Pit. They look to lock out these players from behind. The spike going in as well for the spawn. It makes it so difficult for this retake. Redgar, though, Cosmic Divide, trying to make some space.
Yeah, they still have to deal with the Viper up close, though. There is a judge on the floor. Potential to pick that up and look for those duels, but it's just a drop in. There's the first, but Redgar's caught on the way out. KRÜ get off the starting point at last. And
then they're going to look to almost rotate away the remaining players.
A quick tip to Seyfold. Oh my God! Defo's gone aggressive and NagZ has taken him down. The op in the hands of a Sage gives the opening and out just the perfect time for KRÜ. Gambit have constantly put down recons, flashes, something like that, but this time they choose to go aggressive, and it's the one time the KRÜ are ready for it.
Yeah, this is sometimes what we see from CNET as well, just that Sage operator just locking down a portion of the map, and as said, it looks like KRÜ have read this one almost perfectly. Still, though, it's definitely not going to be an easy battle to do something within this round. Just based on that Viper's Pit already being down, other utility remaining, they're now going to look to clear out the bathrooms. And although this B site is the more vulnerable of the two, with the aggressive positioning and that clear, you can see the third player looking to try and bolster up on B.
If Defo wasn't a Jet, there's no way he peeks that. When you pop a Viper's Pit on one side of the map, you don't really need to get aggressive, but why not? When you have that dash available, this is dangerous. And you can see that they're very scared of that operator, and why wouldn't you be? Chronicle playing behind the smoke, and there's the opening. As they come around the corner, they're not expecting him to still be aggressive. And he's gonna get all 5! An ace for Chronicle!
That's what happens when you spam those ultimates and only just manage to scrape the round.
This is heartbreaking, man. KRÜ got the opening and everything, and now the early aggression goes Chronicle's way, but in one-for-one trades, keznit chasing them into their spawn, and it's gonna catch Sheydos! What is that? KRÜ are upping the aggression completely, and now they've got a 4v3 post-plant.
Yeah, they've managed to reclaim one of the rifles, the other two deep, but the issue now on the other side is the weaponry. It's not there for a retake for Gambit. They've got themselves a single rifle. Another's been retrieved, at least for Defo, so he can look to try and take some space into the site, but this is passive, and they still have a lot of post-plant utility to go. It's just going to be stuck within it. It's not actually being tagged by the Molotov. He's just going to hold it all the way, but keznit comes up huge, and so does keznit. It is going to be a thrifty win from the side of KRÜ to get their 12th. This map is insanely close, and it is going to go to the wire.
I cannot believe it. That molly almost costing them the round. Can you imagine? 11.
This time they need just 2. And again, it's come up to some hugely clutch, aggressive rounds from KRÜ to just grind them out. This time, though, they do have a bye, but the ultimates are a miss. And on the other side, there's some pretty crucial ones. NagZ just playing on the edge of this Viper utility. They've got to be so careful to make sure that they clear this extra spot. He's hiding within their own smoke, and already 2 are going to go down! NagZ goes huge as well in response. He's looking for an ace of his own, leaving just one man standing, and he wants to try and fight for it. Sheydos will stick. Especially Mazino and keznit both one away. Both could be the difference maker, but they're still looking to try and fight for this. They're watching for Defo, but they have the trades! Chronicle is going to give them a 2-man advantage, and there needs to be a response from KRÜ.
An attempt by Klaus, at least. There is the first 3 versus 4. Gambit locked in towards bathroom and being pressured from both sides. This is a little scary. NagZ already able to pick up the opening, and now they'll come in on the other side, but Defo at least manages to secure his back. Now looks to the site where keznit and Klaus are trying to get the plant in. In fact, no, they're trying to bring the fight to them all the way into the spawn. But look at Sheydos. He's holding for it. He's conscious of this play, and now he's got the spike as well. Gambit looking to take us all the way to overtime unless Klaus can do something. And no, it's going to be OT on the... One misstep here can cost you it all, and Klaus in danger. The operator scoped in on him, and he goes a little too wide. That's the opening for Gambit.
Yeah, the pixel shot connected, and sure, keznit's gone to try and reclaim that ground. There's also going to be aggressive pushing coming through, but the information is there. Rotation already making its way from the side of KRÜ. They've left this B site fairly vulnerable, but by the looks of it, at least for now, the gamble's correct. NagZ, though, takes the space, and they're going to TP. They're going to take that rotation in towards the B site. NagZ is going to have to go huge here, Mitch.
I like what NagZ did. He waited inside the teleporter, waited for his teammates, pushed out. Now they can 3-man take the site. NagZ on the back, hasn't been spotted. The spray is good for NagZ. The spike delayed a little longer. 15 seconds on the clock. They need to get this planted, but they've got the manpower to cover the angles. NagZ is pressured on the backside. Chronicle taking a big risk pushing forward. keznit manages to find 2. The spike being planted, nade in. It has to be tanked. And Chronicle maintains 16 HP. He's alive on the site, but only barely. And keznit's gonna deal with him down to the 1v1. Showstopper fired, but it won't land. Doesn't find the target this time around, and Defo scoped in with the operator. No dash online, and there he goes. 3 kills for Defo, and match and series point for turns from a friend to a foe. They have to move. The flash is fantastic. It clears out Hookah entirely, but NagZ not alive. There's a lot less pressure on the moving through. There's the opening! Redgar with 2, with 3! Oh my god! Gambit might take it across the line. It's a 2v2. KRÜ wall off the spawn, slow down. That buys them time to plant. They'll be able to set themselves up for post plans. Klaus still with a snake bite to play with, but they are not going passive. They are staying up in their opponent's face. And this is a good setup. When Klaus takes contact, NagZ will be able to jump on top and try for the assist. They're walking out, and it looks like they've done it. Klaus! This team is stuck together through thick and thin. Mostly thin on the international stage.
As if he's got a judge in this round.
And it's the same setup we saw before. Defo looking to take the opening. He'll find a shot, no kill, but then the judge comes in! Redgar's good for 2! Defo in with another, but he'll fall. The snake bite gonna slow them down a little bit. Klaus is too low. If he goes into a fight now, he might just fall, and DelZic's nowhere nearby to trade. A decision has to be made here and now. Where do they go? And the plant faked out the spray coming through, but Nats won't find anything with it. Still, eventually they need to move. What a shot by DelZic! With Sheydos down, he's all alone, and Nats will double. 30 seconds on the clock. We've seen this before from Gambit, the last second XX into the B site. It's become a recurring theme. That's why keznit has his nade in hand ready to fire it through. They've spotted a player inside of Hookah, but NagZ manages to make it away. Luckily, Mazino in danger if he peeks into that operator, and in fact it's going to be a full rotate. Gambit are fast pushing the A site, but the problem is KRÜ are still here. They haven't moved, and the molly's going to slow them completely. DelZic even takes a kill, and they cannot trade. That molly is buying them all the time in the world, and with the classic, DelZic finishes off the round on a 3K.
And there's a vulnerable site.
Nice nade. This forces Nats to play inside the site, but Sheydos has that covering fire from the side. Nats showing up and eliminating the hookah push. KRÜ run headfirst into a brick wall. The spike is down on the site, and Gambit have full control, full rotations. All of their bases are covered. They need a miracle on the side of KRÜ to get away with this, and DelZic sneaking out of Hookah on 1 HP won't be it. We are going to another overtime.
Sheydos with a big round. We've seen these multi-frags from Gambit time and time again. 30 rounds already played.
Want to play it slow, but this time around it's a different story. Gambit are pushing out to this site quickly, trying to push the pace and catch their opponents off guard, and that's exactly what happens. A triple to open it up. Defo keeps on going. A triple of his own, in fact. A Blade Storm popped, and the right click is going to look to close this out. Mazino walking headfirst into it, but Redgar catches him in the crossfire.
Expecting, waiting for some level of aggression, and Defo is the only man really facing any angle at all. And you can see the spike starting to rotate back into this A site, but just look at the utility that's already there. So much available at this point in time, and Defo still with this info is going to make it tough.
The clock was an issue for Gambit. It might now be for KRÜ. On their way in towards this site, Defo's being pushed off. He's able to dash away to safety, and Chronicle's still here, waiting for them to walk through, but he whiffs at the worst possible moment. So too does Defo. KRÜ are back in the game. They've shown up here and now. The snake bites trying to slow them and push them out of position. 12 seconds left on the clock. They need to plant the spike now. They're getting it down, and it looks like they've got the round in the bag. The attack.
Bait them in. He's put down that same aggressive Nebula just to try and give them the false info that somebody has pushed up. That is not the case. keznit, though, is almost just running its way through. Already dead, but the trade comes through. Back into a 3v3 scenario. Chronicle left alone, but the info is that there's no one else here, at least for now.
Yeah, KRÜ are playing this one incredibly slowly, hoping that some aggression came out of Gambit through middle, with Defo already dealt with inside a bathroom. They know that a mainstay of this A defense is now out of the equation, and they'll look to move through bathroom to try and take that control and fight the site. That means they'll be dueling Nats, and Redgar can't help. The man has got a judge inside of Lamps. They're avoiding one of the biggest dangers in this round. One step closer to that ulti for NagZ. If he gets a res online, that could be the turning point of this round. But they're gonna wrap back. They're looking for the B side, and little do they know, Chronicle has made the incredibly aggressive push now. Tucked in, they're gonna walk right past him. Already, the players are starting to rotate, and it's all on Chronicle. He'll be checked, but he still gets the first. That's it, though. Great trade back by DelZic as they look for the site. That'll be NagZ getting his res online if they can get this spike down. The molly, but they've already pushed through. Oh, he's on the back site. They won't expect him already. Nat's able to take one, and he'll take the second.